emailed or texted to the user. It's safe as no credit card is needed. The first 30 days are free and you can subscribe and receive a box for your TV to stream the same content.
For the everyday lowest prices on all grocery items, trust Low Cost Supermarket for the widest variety of quality products at low prices. Freshly picked fruits and vegetables, healthy products for your well-being, high quality meat cuts, and a warm and friendly service. Low Cost Supermarket, Southern Main Road, Cunupia.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors and roti makers. Try our high-quality bromate-free, all-purpose and whole wheat flour. Low price and conveniently packaged in 2 pounds, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Shiklisho Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit us at Warrenville, Cunupia. Shiklisho Limited, quality you can trust.
Mitsu Air Limited, authorized Mitsubishi air conditioning dealer. No need to replace your air conditioning units ever so often. Split units, cassette, ductable, CTVIF systems and much more. Mitsubishi Electric has long been powering industries and providing solutions for healthy living. Mitsu Air Limited boasts the industry's first 10-year warranty on all parts and labor. Inverter units are also available. Don't hear it, just feel it. Mitsu Air Limited, 246 Eastern Main Road, Barataria. Give us a call at 674-4000 or 675-4000 or email us at mitsu.limited@gmail.com.
At Extra Foods, we care for you. That's why we always have the widest variety, the best prices, spacious aisles of total convenience, plus clean, safe surroundings. Let us care for you. Extra Foods, always extra for less.
Assalamu alaikum and good evening and welcome to Breaking Barriers here on IBN Channel 8. It's a pleasure being in your company, especially knowing some of the circumstances that we're having right now. I mean, from a major equipment failure, which we are presently going through. And then secondly, 2 members of our staff tested positive for COVID here at IBN. So therefore, what happens is that right now we are running on skeleton. But thank God we have a man who is the exact opposite of a skeleton in studio right now. And that is my good brother Omar, otherwise known as the son of curry chicken. Right, so assalamu alaikum to you, Omar, and thank you for the pull-out this afternoon. Of course, we have Siddiq and Saif in studio holding it down too as well. All right, so this is Breaking Barriers, shown every single Wednesday at 8 p.m. I'm Inshan Ishmael, your host. And of course, it feels very uncomfortable to say my own name. I try to avoid doing it because there are some people who just like saying their name. I am not one of those. Right. There are several ways to contact us, breakingbarriers@gmail.com, and of course you can WhatsApp me at 684-4762. That's my ring-a-ling on the screen, and feel free to contact me as per usual. Of course, this program is aired from 8 to 9:30 thereabouts. Tonight might be an abridged version, but let's welcome our first sponsor, Tile Expression Limited, and remember, for all your tiles, for every single type of tile, for countertops as well, whether it be quartz or marble, you could check them out at Tile Expression. Tile Expression also carries various sheets of granite. Yes, so you can cut down to your size, and in fact, if the neighbor giving you trouble, instead of putting up a fence, you could put up granite and block them off and do it with style. And of course, you could advertise Tile Expression on the opposite side just to frustrate them, because you can boast that you bought your tiles from a better place as well. All right, so let's get the ball rolling. Let's go. What you're looking at on screen here is a system that we use at the proposed hospital at Baraka Grounds. This is called post-tensioning. And this is being done by a company called CPML, where the concrete is poured, and after the concrete is poured, cables like this are run all around the building, the foundation, and they pull on these cables, and it creates tension in the concrete, thereby strengthening the entire concrete. Now, I am not an engineer, but based on everything I saw there, I must compliment CPML for the fantastic job first of their staff. I tip my hats to them. To the people with the concrete, our engineers, our architects, everybody, I tip to you. But I just want to say, if you plan on doing a building and you plan to do piles, contact CPML instead. And believe me, they're going to save you some big money. If you want their number, just call me and I will give you their number. Right? So remember, it's CPML. Ask for Bill or any one of the guys there, and they will fix you up. And of course, our good friends, Avinash. And this is the company doing the pour there. It's Alescon. And boy, let me tell you something. I was so impressed. Could we get a picture of the foundation again to show? No, this is Rennie. Could we show back that video there? Right. Good, the amount of things I'm asking. We're moving swift and nice, boy. Right, very good. So this is my guy Rennie doing the power floating. But there's one shot that I have with the floor shining. Right, right, that's it. This is the finish there. Right, so I would like to compliment them. In about a week and a half to 2 weeks, you will see foundation, the beams going up, sorry. So, you know one of the things, you know what has amazed me, boy? What has amazed me is people who don't do nothing. Moody, imagine a man coming talking to me and telling me, he say, boy, when we talking about the hospital now, man tell me, he say what? He find we moving slow. I ask him, man, how much you give and your family ever give? You give nothing, but you find we moving slow. Well, put money and we'll go fast. These things take time. It doesn't happen overnight, partner. You understand? At the end of the day, this is not a little small thing we build in here. This is something that has to be of a high standard. Right? So, next time, oh God, man, I'll put brain in gear before putting mouth in motion. Right? So, the reality of it is that when you look at what is taking place, especially in Trinidad and Tobago, there are so many things happening right now as we speak. But there's one thing that happened, and I will tell you about it shortly. Now, here, when I explain this to you, all you just go berserk. But I am going to do it. Guys, could we call the number that I gave you, please? Right? Let me hope he picks up, and allow it to ring inside, please. Right? So we're going to make a call, and you will understand exactly why I'm making this call shortly. Let me know when we're ready, please. Push the call through on the inside. So, while my guy... Right, good. Here we go. Excellent. Excellent.
You have reached the voicemail.
Okay. Here we go. So what happens is that I am, let me see here, guys, just make sure we live and we out, because I just want to make sure that we're still operational, because like I said, we are rebooting an internal system here, but I don't know if it's affecting our external feed. But here we go. I'm going to make a call here now. Here we go. Hi, good afternoon, good evening, Professor Hubert Daisley.
Hi, good afternoon. Good evening, Nano.
All right, as promised, I told you that I would call you and I would spend 2 minutes of your time because I know a gentleman like you, your time is extremely important. So therefore, here we go. This morning I spoke to you in regards to an autopsy request by myself and another friend of mine. And we wanted to get that autopsy done because similar to Andrea Barrett, we were not satisfied that, you know, this inconclusive thing just does not cut it with us. Today, you did the autopsy, the private autopsy on Khadija Kujo at approximately 3:30 p.m. What were your findings, Professor?
Well, you know, I had a look at the body, and the most significant thing that, you know, was seen here, in the midst of, you know, severe decomposition, was the trauma. She had significant trauma to the left side of her face and forehead. You know, it was pretty obvious. And in addition to that, the inner aspect, or inner table of the skull bone, there were some stains there that signified that she would have bled in the brain. In addition to that, she had some injuries to both.
Okay, I lost him there, so I have to get back thanks to TSTT. I'm trying to get him back now. Right. Yeah, she had injuries to her.
Yeah, she had injuries to both her hands.
Both her hands?
Both of her hands.
Right. Is that on the hand itself or by the wrists?
No, it's close to the wrist.
And what would that signify? What would be the significance of those injuries?
You know, in this context, probably it might be restraint.
Okay.
You know, getting that injury there. You know, if she was restrained or that sort of thing, probably.
Right. So.
But.
Mm-hmm.
But one has to bear in mind that you had significant decomposition here.
Right.
So there may or may not be other things that had occurred, but because of the decomposition, one could not see. One probably might have to infer. All right? But as I said, the physical finding, the obvious physical findings or the physical findings were the injuries, the one to the teeth, the left side of the teeth, and the forehead, and the underlying skull. And the other one were the injuries to both hands, just around or just above the wrist.
Professor Daisley, I want to thank you so much because, I mean, you moved faster than TNTech to make a disconnection. And I would like to thank you so much for your service to mankind. And of course, we greatly appreciate it. And on behalf of the people of Trinidad and Tobago, I would like to thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, all right.
All the best. So the conclusion is blunt force trauma.
Well, those injuries, you could only get those injuries with trauma. You know, blunt force trauma would cause those injuries.
Excellent. All right, Professor, thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
All the best.
Right, sir.
Right. So, let me tell earlier where's the story behind this now. Guys, the newspaper where it says that, I believe I had sent 2 shots with Khadija Kujo. Could you show me? Right. According to the Newsday and others, Kujo's autopsy was inconclusive and the funeral was set for tomorrow morning. Right? This young lady, right? And here it says, and I put there, why does this sound familiar? The autopsy done on the body of Khadija Kujo showed inconclusive due to the advanced state of decomposition. The autopsy was done on Friday at the Forensic Science Center. Now, this is not to discount anybody's capability as a pathologist or whatever. We are not doing that. But my concern is this, right? With Andrea Barrett, when I heard it was inconclusive, what I did, I decided to, contact the family. And when we contacted the family, we made arrangements, for a second autopsy to be done. And the reason we did that is because we felt that there can only be closure. There can only be closure if the family knows what took place. So this morning now, I contacted the family and the aunt and one of the nieces, etc. And I asked for permission. I contacted a friend of mine who, of course, always wants to remain unnamed because he's a huge humanitarian. And when I contacted him, I said, listen, could we come together, you and I, and pay for the autopsy? The autopsy cost $15,000. And I said, could we come together and could we pay for a private autopsy so that this family could have some sort of closure? And within minutes, he sent down a check. Now, we arranged with Professor Daisley, and he came down after 3 and did the autopsy. And the autopsy found that she died from blunt force trauma, and it was not inconclusive. So now the family have some sort of closure. And to me, it worries me. It worries me that how many families have gone through similar, where autopsies are done and it's taken at face value. Because I cannot do this, and I think I know how the police thing run. Now, Moody, if the report is inconclusive, could we charge anybody for something that is inconclusive? Because you can't say that a man used a knife, he used a gun, and to charge someone would be difficult because the fact is that the autopsy report is inconclusive. So definitely something is wrong. Definitely something is wrong. So again, I am sure most of you are shocked right now because what you have heard is a complete opposite of what we were told, that the autopsy was inconclusive, but now you're saying that based on fact, based on evidence, based on donkey years of experience, that the autopsy clearly shows that it was blunt force trauma. She was hit on the head, right? She was hit on the head. In fact, he had explained it. In fact, I have the whole conversation where I spoke to him. And if I get some time, I'll play back a piece of it a bit later when he and I spoke early on. All right, so guys, let's go through our slides, please. In Trinidad and Tobago, now I want you to watch it later. How do you perform an autopsy on a body that's been dead for 19 years? This was since 2012. The body of former Turkish President Turgut Özal was exhumed for autopsy last month, as Özal's son believed the analysis would show that his father was poisoned. Özal died in 1993. So imagine, come back to me, imagine in 1993 a man dead. And in 2012, his son decided that they want an autopsy. In the year 2022, the advances in technology, meaning that with pathology and all that, is supposed to be better. Because we have faster computers, we have technology, we could work with DNA, this and that and all the other. They want to bring back dinosaur alive just by finding a fossil. So the reality of it is that technology has advanced significantly since 2012 because it's a decade, right? A decade ago. 10, 12 years ago, you tell a man you could hang a TV on the wall, he would ask if you're drunk. Because long time when you look at them TV, one is that you needed a big room because if your room was a 8x8, 3 feet was the TV. You understand? And your bed had to squeeze up. Sometimes your big toe touching the screen when you're lying down watching TV. It depends on how you was living too as well. So the fact is that when you look at these sort of things, you wonder, well, what the hell really happened in Trinidad and Tobago? How could somebody say that there was bad decomposition, that there was this and that after 4 days? When you have people doing autopsy after a month, after a year, after 5 years. In fact, people like the Pharaoh and all the bodies like they find in Egypt, they could reconstruct the face. Sometimes they could tell you what they eat, what they didn't eat based on the structure of their teeth. You understand? But we in Trinidad is a whole different breed. We in Trinidad, after 4 or 5 days, it had to do an autopsy. Why? What is the reason? What is the reason? Like I said, I'm no pathologist, and I'm not questioning anybody's ability, but the reality of it is that for me, questions need to be asked because it just does not make sense. Let me just welcome Mitsubishi to this segment, and of course, Mitsubishi Electric, the #1 air-conditioned system in Trinidad and Tobago, whether it is for commercial or residential use. Mitsu Air Limited, contact them and they will fix you up 10 years warranty on parts and labor. Let's go again, guys. This gentleman, he ran away from the St. Anne's Mental Hospital last night and his family is looking for him. His name is Damian Alexander. If you see this gentleman, right, if you see this gentleman, please contact the following numbers and let them know where he was seen, please. Thank you so much. And let's go again, guys. As we move along, imagine, for over 7 years, and by the way, this is on the big screen at Baraka Grounds now, right? This is on the big screen at Baraka Grounds. Imagine 7 years we at the Baraka Grounds have been begging for a proper water connection from Wassa. We have paid over 9,000. Imagine the Semudi. Yeah, that's equipment giving trouble. We have paid over $9,600 for January alone, Moody. In water. Is that fair to us? No. But and not only that, wait. I will tell you something. My boy, whose name I just put up there, he and I had a conversation today, and I recorded the conversation. He say that here what happening if I get a costing from Wassa. Well, I wanted a Lego cost on this man, boy. Costing? Wassa is supposed to provide the pipe. That is not a private project. It's 7 years now. We asking for that to be done. 7 years, toilets cannot flush. Place shutting down. 7 years we have been asking. And then Lal Bihari now, the manager will come and ask me if we get a costing. All you're supposed to provide the infrastructure like all you do for everybody else. Imagine on Nassau Ramaya Road. Everybody from the ministry go right up to Price Plaza. Everybody have a 3-inch connection. The only people who do not have a connection from the ministry to Price Plaza is we. Is we. And you know who is the only, which property is the only one owned by Muslims? That one. That one. That one. Well, the state is the owner, but at the end of the day, and for me, I am not saying there may be a level of discrimination, but that is how we feel. Imagine you have to lock down the place because you can't get water from Wassa. Imagine you have to go and buy water it's almost every single 2-3 days. This is sickening. And you have hundreds of millions of dollars in corruption at Wassa. And imagine we can get 12 legs of pipe that Mr. K was telling you what? That they don't have the funds straight right now. No! But you know what they had the funds for? You know what Wassa had the funds for? Men who pay, men who dig hole. Men who dig hole. Right? When Wassa put on and they lay the pipe. When Wassa do 1 kilometer, 10 kilometers they build in Wassa. 10 kilometers. And I am frustrated. I am fed up. It is sickening. To me, it appears like discrimination. It is really, really bordering on frustration because we have to shut down almost every week. But not only that, I want to show you something. Guys, we have a pit here with, and a little video with a truck, with a van, with 2 water containers in the back. Right? If you could, right. These are car wash people. Look how the car wash people have to fill their tanks. Is that fair to them? Is that fair to them? Right? That is not fair to them. And this is what. So they wouldn't run out of water. Hey, they got to get our left till I check. So they wouldn't run out of water. They have to be delivering water right through. They have to be running up and down. It is not fair to them. And all you're telling me now, all you don't have bloody money for 12 link pipe. No, I'm not accepting that. I'm not accepting that. I'm not accepting that. We have Eid coming up. We have Ramadan coming up. Muslims cannot even use the mosque because they're running out of water. But that is not a problem. But you see in this country, when some communities coil, they just get through. But when others is a bunch of terrorists and good for nothing, waste of time, rubbish. Maybe that is how Wassa see us. But I am a tax-paying citizen of this country. I have Wassa rates that I pay without a problem. And for Wassa to be keeping us 7 years waiting, it is unacceptable. It is totally unacceptable. And I will not tolerate it no more. I am fed up. I've had enough. It is sickening. It is frustrating. And Wassa needs to do something. No. 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 I have had enough excuses. Since December here, they come to measure for pipe. Were they using a 1 millimeter tape or what? And every time you talk to them, this manager is lie. That supervisor is lie. No, I have had enough. I will not pay for water again. I will not. And if I have to go and we have to misbehave like the people in Bitam, we will do it. Because it looked like that is what you had to do to get through. Because look how they misbehave and watch how they get through. Hundreds of thousands of dollars being spent now. Eh? Within 24 hours. Within 24 hours, they block the highway, boom. They get everything. It shall not continue. That billboard will have it up every single day. You see these two things that you're seeing here? Those two ads that you see with Wassa, guys? Pull it up. Right. You can zoom out. This one. This one. And the other one. That is on our big screen at Baraka Grounds, and every 2 days, I am changing it. I am changing it. We're calling contractors names who get millions of dollars in contract because this thing is ridiculous, man. It is utterly ridiculous. I mean, as I said before, I went to Dubai. And when I went to Dubai, partner, I talked to people in Dubai. My son was there, my wife was there, my daughter was there, and we were talking to people. Imagine in a bloody desert. In a desert, they don't have a problem for water. But because of the amount of con men that Wassa give contracts to, right, that rip off Wassa, I must pay for that. 7 years now, they can't afford to give me 12 pieces of pipe. But where the hell I hear in here, boy? You know that game is so vexing, I call a minister now. No, no, no. I'm not taking it like that. We love you cause we take good care of you. Only the PNM understand. What's happening to your program? Anybody saying there's a problem with my program? What's the problem? Okay. Okay. What is the problem with the program? Program is on. Right, so let's go again. Here we go again. Right. So we're going again. Zakir, I am sending something to you, right? In about, Saif, no, I'll send it to you, Saif. In about 10 minutes time, you could call the number, right? You'll see the number on the screen. You'll call it. Let me just welcome Turbo Lab to this segment. And remember, my friends, you do not need to buy a new turbo for your car, for your van, for your truck, for your bus, you name it, for your heavy equipment. Turbo Lab can repair it. So instead of paying 15, 20,000 for a brand new turbo, they could repair with a brand new cartridge, rebuild the whole thing like brand new for quarter the price. Yes, I am a customer, so I could tell you, check out TurboLab. Any problem you have with your impellers off balance, with your turbo leaking, you name it, whatever the issue, check them out. And of course, it's free diagnostics as well. Right, so let's go again, guys. Don't show this picture first. I want you to show the video with the truck going down the road with the material. Right. Take a look at this, Moody. Moody, what do you think about this, boy? Watch this now, man. Watch this now, man. All you feel these people joke crazy, watch this now, man. And by the way, now pause right there. Pause. This truck, this one, I had seen this one yesterday. Because if you watch the load carefully, Modi. Right? You see how the load looking? That was yesterday. Now take a look at the other video, guys. Could we, that was by on the UBH going down Barataria there. Watch the load today, Modi. You realize it's two different loads, right? I tell myself these people had to be mad from yesterday. But today, after I see this, I say these people had to be extra mad. Right? So, who is the company responsible for this? Guys, could we get that photo of the truck now, please? Good. Zoom into that truck for me, please. EcoScrap Solutions Limited. This company should have everything seized that on the road. This is madness. This is a risk. They overloaded. Two, their load is unsecure, and what means that it poses a danger to the driving public. They should be charged, and based on this video, they could be charged, by the way. But then again, you know, license office, you know the characters that we have there now, so nothing is going to happen. So let me pick them up one more time now. Let me show who is the idiots, right, that was responsible for this. Zoom in. Yes, good. EcoScrap Solutions, and the vehicle was TDH 2170. Yes, Bebe Galo. Let's go again, guys. Next slide. This is something that I've spoken about 100 times already. This is bamboo number 3. A man does repair vehicles right here. Moody, watch where this man parking cars on the corner. You have a counselor in that area. You might as well have no counselor. You have a corporation man, like I tell you, he's the selfie queen, the selfie king of Trinidad and Tobago. You might as well just hear what happened. You might as well just don't even have a corporation chairman, because waste of time, absolutely nothing. Ask what he has done for bamboo 1, 2, and 3. Ask what he has done. Because every time you see this man, is some selfie he's taking out with some different thing. I don't really know what to tell you again. I really don't know what to say, because that is how I see him most of the time. Taking selfies and wasting time. But sadly, I'm going to tell you, somehow we like it so, right? Because that is exactly how we endorse the type of behavior. Now, when you look at what I just showed you there, I've always told people that when you're doing business, your business must not impact or affect anybody else. Your business must be able to run its course without causing undue stress on anybody. And for me, that is how I try to run my business. When you have plenty of people in bamboo here who refuse to put parking, I decided that parking was essential, because if I do not put parking, then I am just like everybody else. And you know, you have to think outside the box. You can't be doing the same thing all the time, because it is over ridiculous. It is way too ridiculous. So again, when you look at like what I showed you there, you see it all over in Samwin and Rangwes. What road you have that problem in? Queen Street. In Queen Street, it have cars parked on both sides, but the police in Sawa Barataria do nothing. The corporation here do nothing, absolutely nothing. So it's an absolute waste of time to ask them to get involved with anything, because well, you might as well count on the dead. All right, so what we're going to do, and of course I would like to thank TurboLab for sponsoring this segment. We need to take a break. And remember, for all your turbo repairs, remember you can check them out, right? And for purchasing brand new ones too as well, you can check them out. Guys, could you pull back Neil Schultz for me, please? I just want to, I didn't get the opportunity to big up Neil Schultz. And of course, I would like to thank Neil Schultz for being a supporter on this program and for continuing to be part of this program. And of course, if you need European parts, BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Jaguar, Volvo, those sort of parts, whether it be mechanical, electrical, or body, you can contact them, Neil Schultz. They're located right in Aruka. The numbers are on the screen, and you could tell them that you heard it right here. I am also a customer of theirs. So we're going to take our first break, and when we come back, we'll continue right here on Breaking Barriers. We'll be back.
Many things come and go, but only a few stay forever and become part of us. Sultan Cola. Original drink made of black seed with mineral water, natural flavors, and amazing taste. Refresh yourself with Sultan Cola. You know what you drink.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors and roti makers. Try our high quality bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Low price and conveniently packaged in 2 pounds, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Shiklisho Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit us at Warrenville, Canupia. Shiklisho Limited, quality you can trust.
At Extra Foods, we care for you. That's why we always have the widest varieties, the best prices, spacious aisles of total convenience, plus clean, safe surroundings. Let us care for you. Extra Foods, always extra for less.
Mitsu Air Limited, authorized Mitsubishi air conditioning dealer. No need to replace your air conditioning units ever so often. Split units, cassette, ductable, CTVIF systems, and much more. Mitsubishi Electric has long been powering industries and providing solutions for healthy living. Mitsu Air Limited boasts the industry's first 10-year warranty on all parts and labor. Inverter units are also available. Don't hear it, just feel it. Mitsu Air Limited, 246 Eastern Main Road, Barataria. Give us a call at 674-4000 or 675-4000 or email us at mitsu.limited@gmail.com.
And welcome back, my friends. Of course, again, let me thank Neil Schultz for sponsoring the previous segment that went. As we move over now to our good friends at Extra Care. And remember, Extra Care products, number 1, high quality. Number 2, cost. Because here happening, high quality and good price do go together, especially in Trinidad and Tobago, because some people believe they must dig out your eye when you have good thing. Not the people of Atlantic Trading. They know how to satisfy your craving for a high quality product at a low price, and they understand what it is to budget now. So again, we would like to thank the people of Extra Care for continuing to be the people's champion when it comes to high quality products at low prices, available at supermarkets nationwide as well as mini-marts. Let's go again, guys. This is Guyana and their budget, right? Guyana is going to do certain things, extending the freight cost adjustment. Go ahead again. They're increasing in the low-income mortgage loan ceiling rate, supporting the vulnerable, increasing disposable income, easing cost of living, all right? Where living measures are concerned, increasing disposable income, supporting renewal of the industrial and commercial transport fleet. And I could go on and on and on and on. But here what's happening. Could the government of Guyana, if possible, if you could come across to Trinidad and Tobago, find oil and get rid of Rowley and Company, please. Right, guys, could you call that number that I asked you to call, Saif, in the meantime? So let us try and see if we can get that sorted out in the meantime. I'm trying to do something while I do apologize if you see me sometimes look to my left there. It is because one of our main systems is giving trouble and freezing. So I'm trying to get that sorted out. But TV is not cheap. Somebody tell Marvin Gonzalez, don't take my call, boy. Marvin Gonzalez, pick up your phone now, boy. Now what tell you, know? Them getting paid for doing nothing, you know, boy. Who are going to call on the Minister of Sport? I mean, this thing is real dirty shred. Anyway, let's go ahead again, guys. Run 2 slides. This is something I wanted to show you. A 5-year-old died when a gate actually fell on her. And the young man, well, I was told that he needs facial reconstruction, but he is stable now. Now, I just want to show you what I did with my gate to prevent a similar situation. Zoom in, guys. Right, what I did, right, I have put 2 frames to actually catch the gate. One to the front and one to the back. It don't look nice, but I don't care about looking nice, because at the end of the day, this serves a purpose, because that gate is about 3,000 pounds. And big man, if that gate fall on you, it could kill you. It could flatten you like a pancake. So therefore, what I decided to do is that I decided here happening, we're going to put that midway, and the gate must come to a stop. The gate cannot go past its point, because if the gate go past its point, it's bypassing 2 things. On the track, there's a stopper. Right? On the track, there's a stopper. So when the wheel hit it, it's stopping right there. And then number 2, the catch on top of the gate, that does not allow the gate to travel any further. Now, one of the things that many people depend on, you see those little wheels, I forget what you call it, but the guide wheels. Yeah, you know the little guide wheel that it is fit up on? Many people depend on that to stop their gate from falling down. But after years of continuous use, and sometimes months, the bearing in that goes, and sometimes it shell out, and that could actually fall out, causing your gate to actually fall over. And not only that, people that want to play it cheap with dotishness, don't go and get the cheapest person to build your gate. And not only that, build the gate how you would like it built, whether it is he could do it or not, because you are concerned about your children and your family's safety. So to hear that a child died, and our condolences to the family, I am just appealing to those of you who have children. And by the way, if I go to your place and I am about to open a gate and the gate is stuck, and you're coming and I'm coming inside, if the gate is a little hard to pull, I will pull it. It is not my fault if the gate falls. You were supposed to be able to secure your gate properly, and then it is not my fault that the children are there. So the fact is that at the end of the day, we as parents must take responsibility for when things are not functioning the way they're supposed to be functioning, fix it. Because that same gate could have fallen on the child by some other person. All right, so again, I'm really sorry to hear that a 5-year-old has lost a life. Nobody would want that for their child. And I hope that, you know, the family will never get over this. I can tell you that. But the reality of it is that let us stop the blame game and let us deal with the facts. Let's go again, guys. Pull back to me. Right. What I'm about to show you here is a very graphic image. It is Mr. Hussein who died, who was murdered in San Fernando. And of course, he was shot in his back. He was shot in his back. Right, let's go to the image now, guys. Zoom into that image for me, please. This is a young man who has a family. He died with his eyes partially open. He did not even see the criminal who shot him, because that criminal shot him from the back. Right? This is a man who has a family, and now he's lying down on the ground. And you could have imagined what went through his mind after he felt that bullet enter his body. Maybe it is within seconds, but the thing is that for him to have died that fast, it meant that that bullet was lodged in an area that brought almost instantaneous death. Could we show that video, guys? This is the video. Yeah, where you'll see him go inside. Right there it is. Where he's been accosted and they tell him to go inside. And there was a gentleman that actually pulled him to go outside and run. Watch, boom, that is it. Gunshot, and that is it. Remember, these images are graphic here, people, right? This is what we have in Trinidad and Tobago, the wild, wild west. This is what is happening, where people are being shot broad daylight. People are waiting for nighttime again to rob, you know. People robbing during the daytime now because no one is there to help you. No one is there to help you. No one. So now, you're at the criminals now, they are more or less in control. Let's go again, guys. This is one of the buildings in Port of Spain. That building, I saw that building today, and I was shocked to see the condition of that building, the glass on that building. It's like that building, the glass never cleaned in about 10 years. And many of the buildings in Port of Spain, when you look around and you see the type of the condition of the building and how the glass ain't clean and this is the capital. And I am making an appeal here because really and truly, I saw something today that Antigua received 7 cruise ships. 7 cruise ships. Rowley and Imbert and them saying we don't have a problem with US. But you know what is interesting? Everybody credit card limited. People who used to have 10,000 now have 3,000 and cannot spend more than that. But we do not have a problem with US when businesses catching their nenen to survive. But what is also interesting is the fact that we have an opportunity to reverse that. We can allow cruise ships to come into the country. And why it is not being done. And then not only that, they talk about cases going down. Mariam and Wiboy. Do you know there was 900 and something cases yesterday? 900. Over 900 cases. But cases were going down. That is what they were seeing. So I don't know in what part of the world their understanding is when it comes to going down and going up. But I know things going up mean that it's going higher, not lower. So somebody living in reverse land where they don't understand the difference between higher and they don't understand the difference between lower. Let me just welcome Rita to this segment. And of course, remember you can get Rita drinks at supermarkets nationwide. And don't forget to try their super basil seed drink, boy. My favorite. Let's go again, guys. 756, but it going down. 756, but it going down. What I gotta tell you? Total active cases, 21,000. Let's go again. Any slides? Let's go with the COVID slides or videos, wherever we have again, guys. There was a video that I sent. Sai, if you got that video, the one I told you to download. Let me know, please. Right, good. Run that, please.
However, if someone makes a different choice about whether or not they are vaccinated, that's their right, and this government is going to respect that right. Today, with Omicron, the benefits of the proof of vaccination policy no longer outweigh the costs. This policy most certainly has run its course. So it's time for us to take a step back in living with COVID and to make every effort to get our lives back to normal. It's time for us also to heal the divisions in our communities over vaccination. Those divisions are in our families, they're in our communities, but they are across our province and they're across this nation. It's time for us to come together as families, as friends, as communities, and as a province and as a nation, and it's time for us to reach out and support one another. Let's not judge our neighbor because they may be vaccinated or because they may not be vaccinated. Let's not judge our neighbor if they should choose to wear a mask or not to choose to wear a mask in the weeks ahead. Whenever someone is doing their own personal risk assessment, which we have asked them to do in this province for a period of time now, they're doing that assessment for themselves, possibly for their family, and they may come back.
Basically what he's saying now is that Canada, there's another province now that has decided that it's throwing away all the COVID regulations. That's what they're trying to say. Let's go to the other slides, guys. Yeah, run that. Imagine today going up Maracas, a hearse. Yes, take a look. A hearse catch fire, boy, with a body in it. The body was in the hearse when this thing caught fire. Right? And the person inside of the hearse, the body of Cyril Valentine, the body was in a coffin. Right? And this body was being transported. This body was being transported to the home for the family to do their burial. And their rites. I don't know what's going to take place. Imagine if this happened. You know what to do, you know. You get stupid one time because you don't know if to come or go. And I tell you, some kind of real evil going on in this land, you know. When a hearse can catch a fire, brother man, I ain't say talking about no suspicion and anything, but imagine a hearse catch a fire with a body in it. What other thing could happen in this country again, boy? What other thing could really take place in this country again? All you're telling me, something like it wrong, so like it have big evil room in this place. Yes, we know it have evil in parliament. It have the mother of evil in parliament. In fact, you have the biggest set of evil in parliament. Now, in this scenario, I don't know what the family is going to do or what agreement they have come with the funeral home, because at the end of the day, this is a serious lawsuit right here. This will not go down good with family members, because remember, everybody waiting to say their final farewell, and all of a sudden you hear that all that is left of your family member is ashes now because the body caught fire. Now, for the person who was in the hearse, or persons, if you realize that the hearse catch fire, because there's nothing in the back really of a hearse for it to catch fire. It has to be to the front. Then here happening, if you see the thing catch fire, remove the body now. Remove the body. If you can't move it, vehicles passing, get a little hand to remove the body. Now, if that was me and I see a man calling me to move coffin, better man, I'm mashing gas and I go on, I blazing trail. You're finding me again. I reach Blanchy Shares. When you see me 1 minute ago in Maracas, I go on. That is in the same direction, Modi? All right, good. I'll make a good guess here, boy. Just in case. Right, so, big fire in Bamboo number 2 took place recently, and I just want to, this woman passed through Bamboo, Khadija Amin, counselor for donkey years here, never made no representation for us, never talk about fire hydrant, but all of a sudden, what she, when everything get cold, when smoke done, passing through, and that's what I tell you, you know, people in Bamboo vote for she, and she talking about making representation now. But Khadija, do me a favor, me,
Khadija Amin.
Right? Don't waste my time. What she here talking to residents, telling them what? Telling them what now? After the fact. By the way, bypass that, boy. Let's go again. This is what the blaze look like. Right? This is what the fire, yeah, there it is. 9 businesses up in flames. And there is the hose on the ground. And this is right opposite my compound, right? And there is the hose on the ground. No water. No water. 75% of that business could have been saved if things were functioning in this country. But like I say, everything is a joke in this country. Watch again. Watch. Watch it. He holding a hose with what? Doing what? Doing what? Watch. And watch it blaze. And this is what I tell you. This is what we tolerate as a people. Millions of dollars lost. And plenty could have been saved. But you know what? Like I tell you, we are a bunch of jokers in this country. Guys, I believe we have the drone shot too as well. Take a look at the after. Right. Look at this. Look at this, Moody. This is the after shot. I know my son is admiring the excellent work with the drone. I mean, he wouldn't know how that feels now because he decided to crash his drone into the concrete at Baraka grounds. So therefore, enjoy the lack of a drone there, boy. Yeah, man. Eh? Right? So what you're seeing there is the actual aftermath of that fire. Now, I have lived in bamboo for most of my life. And 7 years ago, when my building burned down, since then, I have been pleading with former Prime Minister Kamala Prasad Bisasa, every government minister, begging them for fire hydrants, and not one fire hydrant. But you know what? They don't have money to buy a pipe for Baraka grounds, 12 length of pipe. So I don't know what we're going with fire hydrants. I spoke to my partner, Poe, right next door, and he and I, we don't wait on nobody. And I told him, well, buy a fire hydrant is $18,000. Let me buy the fire hydrant. 2 of us will put it up. At the end of the day, other businessmen will benefit. Let them come up to and squeeze and we'll get a fire hydrant right in the area here. You understand? And this is what we'll do. A few businessmen, and we'll contract a private contractor to come and do what he have to do. Let it cut the main pipe and put fire hydrants. If we have to do it ourselves, we will do it because this is where this country reached now. You have to get your own water supply. You have to bring down your own desal cut here. Your own desalination plant to get water. You have to go now and install your own fire hydrant to save your building from burning down because you ain't getting water in the fire hydrants of them too. This is where we reach. This is where this stinking country reach right now. This is how sad we are. This is how sickening things are. And when you look at the video with this thing and you see the destruction of fire, everything burned. I tell you, I saw from the roof, I saw body parts falling down on the ground. And the color of those body parts, Moody, they were orange. I mean, look at this now, man. This looked like something from some war. And this is what happened to our business because Trinidad and Tobago, we are a bunch of failures in this country. We are a bunch of failures. This is not supposed to happen. Not supposed to happen. And by the way, this is a shutter bamboo number 2. This is to show you how commercialized bamboo has become. Bamboo gives to the government of Trinidad and Tobago billions of dollars in revenue. Taxes, VAT, you name it, billions of dollars. You telling me that we don't deserve to get a few fire hydrants, right? You telling me that what we given, we cannot get back a little for our community, boy? What, we's dogs, we's dregs? But you know what, it's good for we, because we support people like Khadija Amin as our representative. So therefore, it's good if we get nothing. Because the same person did little or nothing when she was councillor, but yet it is always support she to be MP. So it's good if we don't get nothing. Right? This is basically what is left. This is basically what is left. Come back to me now, guys. Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? Let me just welcome Miran and Ranz to this segment. And of course, remember, you're watching Breaking Barriers right here on IBN Channel 8. So what we're going to do is, hey, I want to touch on something to it, Fazira, where Heinz say that what?
His job is not to secure the citizens.
Exactly. His job is not to secure the citizens. That was basically it. And this man is the Minister of National Security. This is the person who we have as the Minister of National Security. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine that. This is the man. Out of everybody, this is the man we will put. And we happy with that. We ecstatic about that. This is madness, absolute madness. Let me just welcome Miran to this segment. And of course, remember, with Miran, you have a huge range of products that you could choose from. And of course, the agents is Ryan's Trading, Imports Limited, and you can contact them on 744-5555. And for those of you who would like to distribute Miran products, all right, And by the way, there are a huge amount of people distributing those products right now. You could contact 682-9903 now. I repeat, I'm giving you this number now, and it's a one-time thing I'm giving you. I'm not supposed to give out this number, but I'm going to give you this number now. Call this number, and you could become a distributor for Miran. 682-9903, and you could organize to become a distributor. And fix yourself up good. All right? So, huh? What tell you? And I tell you, condensed milk, like, the condensed milk have a taste that's different, boy. It rich, I don't know how to describe it, but the condensed milk have a taste that is so full-bodied and rich, boy. I mean, I ain't too eloquent when I come in to describing these things, but I could tell you, it cut, it real cut. All right, so what we're going to do is that we're going to open up our phone lines now so that you could call in. And what happens is that because we are having problems with one of our main systems here at IBN, what I will do, I have to make it an abridged version. What happens is that we'll wrap up in just about 10 minutes. So I do apologize for that, but basically because of one of our systems failing, unfortunately I'm talking to you right now and I'm blind, meaning that because of that system failure, I cannot see what's happening on air. So therefore, what I want you to do is that I will, when you call in, turn on the volume on your television, please. Let's go to our lines. Hello.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
I want to tell you something. It might sound like a joke, but I am meaning a joke. I keep hearing you calling for fire hydrant. If it's any other part of the world, you could say fire hydrant. In Trinidad, you have to say fire hydrant with water.
No, that ain't no joke, you know.
Right. Now, here, I sent a video for you at 8:32. You'll be rather interested in that video. I want you to take a look at it, please. 8:32.
Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you so much. All the best. Let's go again. Hello.
Hello, good night.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Imjan. Salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
I'm calling from Guayagüe village.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so sorry what's going on in the country, boy. It is so sad with this COVID and all kind of thing, and them school children going to school. So I want to know what it is going on with them school children.
Well, my daughter, I have kept her home from school. My two daughters, I have kept her home. And the fact is that because the Omicron is now out there and not posing much of a danger, I say here what happening. The parents need to make a decision whether to send their children out or not, because all of a sudden, less people are dying now because they're actually managing people in the hospitals now. Before, it was like 30 and all. When you were getting 500 deaths, it was cases. It was like 30 deaths. Now it is plenty less because all of a sudden now, things getting fixed in the hospital. Thank you very much, caller. Let's go again. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, this is 2 weeks now. We have no water in psychiatry. A pipe burst, dog and report. And they report and they said that we have no water.
Where is that, caller?
It's psychiatry, it's around West.
Psychiatry is around West.
Yeah.
Psychiatry is around West. Okay,
Yeah,
great.
right.
All right. Well, imagine they have no water. Right there, no. All you need to go and live somewhere next to Valsin or something. We in Bamboo here, we just get water right through. We don't have a problem. Only because we are considered Valsin number 2. Let's go again. Hello. Hello.
John, good evening.
Good evening.
I find you come to work and you ain't thinking tonight.
I apologize.
Cases must drop. Carnival coming.
Yeah, well, I know that, but what is that? I mean, cases dropping up to 500, 900 now. It's dropping up to 900. Let's go again. Hello. Hello.
Inshan, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Inshan, I don't know if you would agree with me and what you would have to respond to see, right?
Go ahead.
I believe there must be a way, like the situation, I really feel that for you with Wassa and Baraka grounds, right? And I feel that it must have a way to put water in port to supply you the water. It must have a way.
Caller, we have tried everything. In December, we were told that they're measuring. In January, we were told that nobody have a 3-inch connection on the Nasrul Maya Road. And I sent pictures to WASA showing all the others have 3-inch connection. And we are the only ones. We are the dogs in Nasrul Maya Road.
Yes, but what I am saying is, I believe an attorney at law must have a way to put them in court to get this water connection, because, I mean, it is imperative. It is a business. It is not a park you're running there, you know. It's not a park. It's not a home. It is a business, and you have every right to have water. I really feel that for you when I see this situation going on with you.
No, it is overbearing.
It is too much unfairness.
Caller, you know what it is to spend 9,600 on water in January?
Yes, I can understand that. This is why I am saying to you, I believe they must have a way, a legal way, to put WASA in court for it to answer for their actions, because WASA is supposed to supply you with water.
No, I will definitely look at that, because quite frankly, it is overbearing now. I'm fed up. I'm fed up of the lies from WASA. I am tired of it, and you are absolutely right, because for too long, I sit down on this. I sit down on it, and again, lie after lie, excuse after excuse, and enough is enough. WASA, let me tell you something. WASA contractors thief money like wind. Billions of dollars wasted. It had pipe rotting, billions of dollars in pipe. But we can't get 12 lengths of pipe this big. We can't get 12 lengths of pipe this big to run water to be able to flush with toilet. And that is the nonsense and discrimination that we are seeing. Let's go again. Hello?
Yeah, Sean.
Go ahead, please.
I know the idea, COVID is like a trap for them ministers, I feel, by. They will focus on that. What were the spoon lady, by? What was the case with that? You hear anything about that? That they charge the person?
Well, no. I hear nothing about spoon.
But that's why they're doing that. They pass the helicopter, they pass it, everything going on the road now.
Yeah, but I want to know myself. No, but what the man saying is...
Because everybody home on the street and the own self again through.
What the man saying... Yeah, and you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Everybody that I know who get treated home survived. And if you go in the hospital, you're shot or dead. But not only that, what is interesting is that this whole matter with Schoon and that boat and all that drama, you are hearing nothing about that again. Months after, nothing at all. I promise that every program I will try to talk about it. And I have spoken about it again. What is going on, Mr. DPP, Mr. Police? What is going on with that matter? Please, let's go again. Hello? Hello?
Hello, good night.
Good night.
Inshan, just calling in regards to, I remember you said a short while ago you were trying to get a WASA connection for your ground. And the previous caller just spoke about the attorney trying to assist.
No, caller, hold on 1 second. I have a WASA connection, no. We got a 1-inch connection, but that 1-inch connection cannot even satisfy 90% of the time you don't get water in it. 90%.
What I was just suggesting, I mean, I know you will know, and one of your close associates, Mr. Nanga, is also the chairman. I'm sure he might have been able to
Ravi,
try and assist.
my attorney Ravi is the chairman now, but remember, the chairman have to depend on a set of blasted quink and a set of good for nothing and a set of failures down on the bottom. So Ravi could only do so much. I mean, at the end of the day, Ravi need to pull up some gears too as well. He need to move from first gear to second and third gear now. Because here what happening at the end of the day, I going to move to second and third gear now and not taking this. And Mr. Chairman, you had to start to organize yourself. Start to organize. Because I ain't taking this again. That billboard that we have on Baraka Grounds is managers' pitiers are going to start to put up now. You understand? Mr. Kewal Singh, I got to put up he pitier first. Let's go. Hello? 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 All right. That's not boy. Where is this boy? This looking like a video with the person. Wait now, with the person who apparently got shot in the head. All right, we'll check it out and see. All right. Let's go to our lines again. Hello?
We'll check it out and see.
Hello, go ahead, please.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Why the Bamboo people don't call on fire services to do fire inspection to the building? That is the important thing. The building are not housed properly. Fire prevention is not involved in that. You also call them in because a lot of people with gas and all sort of materials, and look at the condition of that building that burned. Fire prevention, we should blame fire prevention, not water. Fire prevention, we should blame. Good night.
Caller, I would like, all right. Caller, I would like to agree with you to a point that some businessmen really have to take blame for nonsense that take place. I would not disagree with you. But the fact is that if the businessman is stupid or the businessman is dotish, I'm just using a general example. If the businessman decides that he wants to build his building a particular way, because in Bamboo, we have been only begging for leases 30 years now, and we have no leases. But leases will go to people who vote in for the party in power because they could get them vote and they could kiss K-Pax, right? We have been begging for our leases 30 years now. We cannot, people who need to go to the banks cannot even use a document to go. Better yet, here what happening, you cannot get anything done with the approvals you like simply because you do not have documentation. Now, when these people put up the building and a fire takes place, whose responsibility it is, whether it is a good structure or not, to handle that fire? Not the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Services. And why should the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Services have to depend on WASA? Anywhere in the world, Modi, you go anywhere in the world, and you just see the water company backing up the fire services. No. The fire services does have their water tenders, their water tankers, and loads of water tankers on standby. They don't have the water company, and the water company, WASA is such a waste of time. We're using WASA now to supply water for fire now. That is what WASA good for? Come now, man. Let me get real.
Yeah, do that.
Yes, go ahead, please. You're live. Guys, we'll take 2 more calls.
Good night, Mr. Anchan.
Good night.
Yeah, I'm from Guaya, but I said we just get problem for water, but so lucky we just get water every day in Guaya.
Excellent. At least.
Yeah, we just get water almost a daily basis.
Thank you very much, caller. Greatly appreciated. Now, here what happening there? Plenty of them think that the minister saying that they should do one for this one and that one. How many of those people paying water rates, Moody? Who they rushing to go and fix things for? When they protest, how many of them paying water rate? But because it's your supporters, you're going to spend millions behind them, even though in many cases, nothing coming back. Let's go again. Hello?
Hello, Enchan, good night.
Good night.
Who in Bamboo number 2, who does the land belong to?
Well, right now it's state land.
It's state land?
Yep.
Okay, so that matter is with who? LSA?
Land Settlement Agency, Ministry of Agriculture. Here was supposed to have change of use since about 15 to 20 years ago. Prakash came in Bamboo when he was a member of Parliament for St. Augustine, took all the documents, signed up everything and promised that we will get our leases within a year. That was how much, 8, 9 years ago? So that is where we stand.
Despite not getting the leases, the development went ahead, all the developments went ahead.
Yeah, because you know why? At the end of the day, we family need to be fed, and we are not going to do like what a large amount of people in Trinidad and Tobago sit down on their tail and do nothing and expect the government to mind them. So here what's happening. We will develop because the government have a responsibility, and if the government fail in their responsibility, then here what's happening. We will do what is necessary. You understand? If you're begging government for at least 30 years now and you're get, what are you going to do? Starve for 30 years? It's like the people who calling for AGC house. 30 years now they're begging for AGC house. Your condition ain't changing in 30 years. You're so lazy, you're so good for nothing that in 30 years you're still waiting for a house. That makes sense? No. Here what happened? Your condition needs to change. And if the government in a position whereby the government refuse to help you, take them to court and tell them it is because of the government we did not get our leases and we had no choice but to build, to feed our families. Let's go again. Hello?
Yeah, Enchan, good night.
Good night, go ahead.
In Chan, he was complaining about Wasa and this connection, boy. You could get pictures of everybody else's property where they have a 3-inch connection.
Where they have the 3-inch?
Yeah, if you could get pictures of in Chan, right? You could take them to court for that because that's inequality of treatment in Chan.
Caller, caller, hold on 1 second. Here what I gonna do. I gonna do you a special favor. I have it here, right? So what I going to do, I am going to put it up, right? I'm gonna put it up and show you, right? And show you what it is I'm talking about because people just feel a joke I'm making.
Yeah, but that's inequality of treatment in Chan. Everybody can get a 3-inch and they're giving you a 1-inch. You can carry them to court and win them easy. And my second point, I want to be real brief. I hear Terence Yalsing went on Parliament and was saying that how hospitalizations dropping because of vaccines. Right? I hear you was making some dotish remarks like that, saying that hospitalizations was dropping because of vaccines. Mr. Yalsing, hospitalizations dropping because nobody wants to go in the hospital and dead. It's as simple as that. Nobody wants to go there.
Well said.
So much COVID positive people right now in Chan home. And they're going by the doctor and they're coming out normal. Nobody wants to go there because they're not getting food, they're not getting medicine, and they're putting it in sit-down chair and thing all over the place. Things go on, want that kind of treatment for themselves and their family. Nobody don't want that. And then you have the best minister of national security coming and saying he not securing nobody. So when it is really good in this country, in Chan,
exactly.
People can't get firearms to protect themselves and their family. Security can't get firearms to protect people's business. But gunman getting guns to go and rob people. That making sense, eh, Chan? Anyway, Chan.
All right, boy, all the best. Why the hell are you, watch, 9 missed calls? That's not, hold on. These, somebody like this, something wrong with them. Could you please stop calling me via video call, please, whoever the hell you are? 474-9824. Somebody like they need to get a life or something. 8 times try to call me on video call. I keep declining the call, but like they're too dotish to understand that I'm declining the call. Right? So, So, Saif, when you have the system back up, could you get back so I could check the reboot the system there so I could get to see the pictures that I just sent to you, please. All right, so while I'm waiting for the system to reboot there now, because as I said before, we have a little stress spill with one of our systems here that is playing the fool. So I'm just waiting for that system to come back up online. When it comes back up online, I'll show you. I took pictures of the 3-inch connection or 4-inch connections, so nobody can say nobody have that, right? The fact is that the Nagar don't have a problem with water. Right? Everybody else do have a problem with water. We are the only ones there really. Up to the ministry come down. And then, we have been 7 years. We have been waiting for this 7 years. Right, so Saib, could we show those photos, please? Right, the photos that I sent you. Let me know if we have, right. This is the water truck up to yesterday or today that come and drop water again. Right? And we pay like what, $800 or $1,000 for a load of water. Imagine we paying for water to flush our toilets. Courtesy Wasa. What is that all see in there? What is that? What is that Wasa? Wasa say it don't have no 3-inch connection here. What the hell is that Wasa? What the hell is this Wasa? Zoom in. Wasa blind and dotish. So I want to show them. Zoom in. What is that? What is that connection here? Let me go again. Right? Zoom out. What is that? Moody, what is that? Let me go again. What is that? But it's what I'm telling you, man have multiple connections and I like a whole mangy dog. You know, we like a old mangy dog begging for a connection. 7 years now. Minister refused to take all. Wasa employees lying and telling you next week, the week after, the month after. No! That done now. And now start are going and misbehave because it done. I reach a point now where this baldhead man not going to take it no more. Enough. My backs have been ridden enough. I cannot shell out almost 10,000 every month. I am not an IMS. From tomorrow, man face starting to go up on that billboard. WASA managers, WASA directors going up on that billboard and are going to make man famous. Because you see me, I reach a point now, we have had enough. So, this is where we have to end it off, my friends. Of course, this is Breaking Barriers. And I just want to make it clear. One of the things that I do in this program, and I take pride in, is the people who I advertise for. And I could tell you, quite frankly, if people choose to have somebody advertising or endorsing their products, and I am endorsing it, but the same person who endorsing those products is somebody who does talk about people murdering, I do not want those products on my program. I do not. There are standards that I have, and I will not assimilate and associate my brands with people who promote that type of rubbish. Sorry, I ain't going down that road. Right? At least I ain't selling my soul for that. All right, so all the best. Thank you so much. Remember, this is Breaking Barriers every single Wednesday evening. There is a repeat of this program on Saturday. And just to repeat what we said earlier, Khadija Kojo, the young lady who was murdered, and it was found that the autopsy was inconclusive. Well, the autopsy, which we paid for just the other day, which was today actually, showed that she died from blunt force trauma to the head. Right? So all of a sudden that story changed. So again, what I'm going to tell you, welcome to Trinidad and Tobago, where we cannot even get cause of death right. Take care, folks. Be safe. And I'll catch you for Breaking Barriers on Saturday and next week as well. Don't forget, this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you're going to Crunchy Corner. Crunchy Corner is the first place on the right on Baraka Grounds. Mexican, pizzas, fried chicken, wraps, you name it, rice bowls, you name it. And you can get it there, quality food. All right, so don't forget to check them out. That's right there. On Baraka Grounds. And of course, you can check out Brilliant and all the others as well. And for the best tasting Chinese food in the whole country, check out Halal Walk. All right, so take care of my friends, and I'll catch you next week. Can't forget, my boy Ballhead, he was closed for a few days. I think he's opening back up as well too. The man with the longest history in making burgers in Trinidad and Tobago is at Baraka Grounds. And don't forget, tomorrow morning, you could pass and buy aloo pie ending. There's the hot on the spot van, where you can pass and get your hot aloo pie, your hot sahina, and you name it. All right, so take care, folks. Assalamu alaikum and good evening. And I will catch you next week for Breaking Barriers. Take care. Bye.